This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
Super random. It's National Larry Day.
Ooh.
I do not even know a Larry in my
I don't
life.
know a single Larry.
I know one.
Oh, Larry, our friend on the show, calls us.
Yeah. Larry hasn't
Larry
called in
from
a while.
Mississauga hasn't called us.
We missed you, Larry. Call us.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I've got 6 famous Larrys lined up. I'm going to give you guys a description. You're going to go head to head. Who can name the Larry? So we'll go back and forth here. Who wants to start?
Go, Pooja.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Pooja, this famous Larry is known for his dry wit and portrayal of awkward social situations.
Okay, the only Larry I know, Larry David.
You're on the board.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the most
That's
famous.
all I'm going to get.
I'm already blanking. Right? I'm like, I know his name, but what is it? Oh, it's not going to go well.
Okay, here we go, Steph. This is your first one. This Larry is the tallest of the famous Larrys at 6'9" and looks good in Boston Green.
Larry Bird.
Come
Yes!
on. Well
That's
done.
good.
You knew
That's
that one
good.
too,
Now
Pooch.
I know
See?
that one.
There we
Okay.
go. This one's my favorite. This famous fictitious Larry is the cousin of Belki Bartakamus.
Oh, Larry from Perfect Strangers.
Gotta get the full name.
Larry.
Can I steal?
Yeah, steal it.
Cousin Larry Appleton.
Hey, Appleton.
Appleton.
Okay, Steph jumps in with a 2-1 lead, and the next question is for you, Steph. You can really put your foot down on this one if you nail this. This famous Larry was best known for his television commentary and trademark suspenders.
Oh, Larry King. Yes. I was like, what is his name?
3-1, Steph. Okay, these last two are a little bit harder.
Oh, great.
Pooch,
Perfect.
This famous stand-up comedian Larry is known for his catchphrase, "Get her done."
Oh, is that Larry the Cable Guy?
Nailed it.
Yes!
Okay, 3-2. You were worried. You guys are doing very well here. Last one's for you, Steph. There is a scenario where if Steph doesn't get this and Pooch steals, we end at a tie, and then I'll have to find a bonus Larry somewhere later on the show.
It's like a Leafs game right now.
See. Right? Don't blow it. Steph, this famous Larry was portrayed by Woody Harrelson in a 1996 biopic titled The People versus Blank.
Versus Larry Flint?
Yes! Wow!
Yes, what a fluke.
4-2, Steph. You guys crushed the
I
Larry
love my
game.
Larrys.
Hey, if you're named Larry, call us.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I love when I can bring you an update to a story that I shared here a couple of months ago, and I thought this story was done and dusted. You will not believe what happened, Pooch. I got an email yesterday that I was not expecting while I was walking Coffee the Pooch.
Okay. They don't email you when you win the lottery, right?
No. And it was marked. That would be awesome. Actually, the Jays 50-50 was yesterday. I was like, oh, did I win the $1.5 million? I did not.
No, okay.
The email was marked with one of those urgency things, like the exclamation marks, like high priority. So I'm like, oh, what is it? It was from a lovely gentleman. I didn't recognize the name, named Desmond.
Okay.
And he works at Rogers. It was an internal email. The email was titled Lost Wallet.
No.
Do you remember?
I do remember. This was the wallet you lost, and you were like, "No, I'm not going to replace the cards. I'm going to give it a few days." I was like, "What are you doing, man?"
Well, I'm like, because everyone here at CHFI, it's like, people are good. People will return it. So what I did was I put the cards on hold. Like, you can freeze them before I order the
okay.
new ones. I'm like, maybe this will come back to me. I called all the places I'd went. I narrowed it down to I probably lost it at the Rogers Center, because that was the only place I couldn't really fact check when I was at that WrestleMania Netflix event that I went to on March 1st. So this is like March 1st. That's a while ago, more than 2 months ago.
Stop with the DDTs, man, and pay attention to your wallet.
And I contacted the box that I was in that night, and they said, sorry, we did a sweep. We couldn't find anything. So I thought, okay, it's not at the Rogers Center. A gentleman who works in security there named Desmond, shout out Desmond, he emailed me and said, we were doing a sweep of our lost and found items, because I guess every couple of months, because you figure there's 50,000 people at the Rogers Center, there's so many events, concerts, Jays games, every couple of months they have to like get rid of stuff in their lost and found if no one's claimed it to make room for new stuff.
So much stuff.
There's like hundreds of cell phones and stuff like that. So he saw my wallet, and I guess they were about to throw everything out, and he goes, well, let me just look in it. And he saw my ID, and he listens to the show. Used
No
to watch
way.
us on TV. He's like, oh, I think I know who this guy is.
He's
And
like,
he
I really like Pooja. He's all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that part didn't happen. And he goes, yeah, it's at Rogers Station. He goes, let me just check. And he checked our internal email server, typed in my name. Sure enough, it came up. And
No
he goes,
way.
And he sent me the email.
Wow.
And I popped by and I met him, took a picture with him. I'm going to post it to my Instagram. Really lovely guy. He was really sweet and gave me my wallet back. All the cards were there. The cash was not, unfortunately, which I kind of expected after 2 months, right? Like someone probably takes the cash, fine, whatever. But the wallet itself was really nice. So I'm glad I at least have that back because I didn't replace the physical wallet.
Nice. This is such a great story. But Desmond, you went above and beyond. Like, he didn't have to take all these extra steps to go find you.
Desmond could have just seen it and been like, oh, whatever. Like, we're purging all this stuff. He didn't have to do that. He sent me a nice long email, met up with him, stopped, took a picture. Desmond went above and beyond, and I wanted to shout him out.
You know, people do that. This is why you're pleasantly surprised that, you know, most people are good people. And it takes examples like this to prove it to you. Because, you know, sometimes you look at what's happening in the world and it's hard to believe that that's true. And then you have someone like Desmond who comes around and goes above and beyond.
He was awesome. And can I just say, since I shared the story on the air here with you guys, so many texts still coming in. People being like, hey, man, did you ever get that wallet back? And I hated responding going, no, it didn't happen. Sorry. Now I can finally tell you it did because Desmond went above and beyond. And that's what we want to know. When did someone go above and beyond for you?
Okay. I might, I know it's not a competition, but I might win this one because I've had 2 surrogates who gave me babies.
I can't,
right?
I can't
mean,
top that.
You can't top
yeah,
that.
well, I got my wallet returned with no cash in it.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
We want to know when you went above and beyond.
Yeah, so nice, so kind. And I guess there's a lot of kind people out there. We're getting so many calls and texts. Saloni and Whitby, when did somebody go above and beyond for you?
Well, this is a great story because it happened quite a few years ago when I was pregnant. I went for a walk with a colleague, and when I got back, I realized my keys had fallen out of my pocket.
Oh, no.
And I went around the whole area. We went for a good walk. I could not find my keys. I had to call my husband to come pick me up. And guess what happened? Someone actually went around, found my keys, started beeping cars all around the area, and managed to find where I worked and brought the keys to me.
Holy smokes, that's awesome.
That's like some crazy investigative work, too.
I know. I couldn't believe it, but I see there's some good people out there.
Yes.
That is
Saloni, thank you for sharing that.
That's totally above and beyond. I
Yeah.
love that so much. Thanks for the call.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that's awesome. When did someone go above and beyond for you, Tracy in Burlington?
I work at a school, and in our lost and found, there was this really nice jacket. And I checked with our staff, and it wasn't theirs because it was an adult-sized jacket. And I went in the pocket, and there was a Costco receipt. So I called Costco, asked them if they would look up the number and contact the person to contact me.
Oh, wow.
And then they came to the school and picked up their jacket and said it was a very special jacket because friends bought it for her for a special birthday.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
Look at you. Like, that's fantastic. Going to a receipt, doing some real detective work, calling the number. That is totally above and beyond. Well done.
Well, I would hope someone would do that for me and we could all be kind.
Yes. Let's pay that forward. I love that, Tracy. Thank you for being you.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
I think that's why people are just so honest because you wouldn't want that to happen to you, right?
Right.
That's why you go and you do the right thing. Christine in Scarborough, when did somebody go above and beyond for you?
It's a little bit different. And my brother was over here visiting from the UK several years ago. He had just arrived. He was slightly disabled. And we went to Marineland. And when we got back to the hotel, we discovered that his wallet wasn't there. So the following morning, I called up Marineland and walked in very early, and we went to Lost and Found, and there was his wallet.
Oh, wow. Someone returned it.
With every single thing in it. There was over $2,000 in it, plus there was British money, and everything was there. They did not know who had handed it in, and we were just so excited. It was unbelievable. Could not believe it, how honest people are.
Wow. It's one thing to get it back, but to get it back with all that cash in it, over $2,000, that is wild.
No, really and truly, there was over 2,000 Canadian dollars. There was also British pounds.
Yikes.
Oh, wow.
And those
impressive.
Yeah. Christine, thanks so much for sharing that.
I'd like to share that with everyone. There are a lot of honest people out there.
It's true. Sometimes, you get inundated with all the bad news, so we forget that. But this is a good reminder.
Thanks for the call.
You're welcome. Thank you kindly.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Oops, Mom did it again.
We're looking for the GTA's most tired mom. Oh, Mom, you've been there. You know what I'm talking about. The silly things you do when you're tired, because let's face it, we're all exhausted. And Michelle Turner of Bradford falls under that category. I'm almost afraid to ask Michelle, what's that silly thing you did when you were tired?
Well, this was going back a couple years when my youngest daughter was about a year old. And this works well with nursing week coming up as of May 12th as well. So I was home with a sick 1-year-old all day, looking after her, cleaning up all those fun bodily fluids that comes with that. And then Grandma to the rescue came to relieve me while I could go to work for a night shift. I was working labor and delivery at the time. So go in, work all night. I'm driving home after my night shift, and I'm stopped at a 4-way intersection just a couple of streets from my house, and letting my mind wander a little bit while I'm waiting for my turn to go, thinking about my shift, wondering if my baby was feeling better, and still looking forward to napping with her throughout the day. And sitting there for a long time waiting my turn to go, but, still letting my mind wander. And it had to have been at least 5 minutes that I was sitting at this intersection, probably closer to 10. But I'm thinking to myself, and it wasn't until I said out loud, man, this is the longest light ever. When I said the word light, I clued in that I've been staring at a stop sign for the last 5 minutes, expecting it to turn green. I can't tell you why, but I laughed to myself, and fortunately there were no witnesses around, but I was just sitting at an empty intersection for what felt like forever.
Oh my goodness. So somewhere at a 4-way stop in beautiful Bradford, Ontario, you were sitting at a stop sign for 5 to 10 minutes waiting for it to turn green.
Yeah, you got it.
Oh my goodness. You know what? It's happened to all of us. Sometimes, I honestly believe I should not be in the car driving with some of the lack of sleep that you get, especially as a new mom in those early days.
And a nurse as well. You're doing overnights as well. That is wild, but totally understandable, Michelle.
It happens to the best of us, you know. And so, huge shout out to all of the moms and all the nurses, the night shifters. I feel for you.
Yeah, thank you for that. And thank you for everything you do, Michelle. We are crowning you the GTA's most tired mom today. And that means you're going to win a wonderful prize from Elmwood Spa.
Yeah, we're sending you for some pampering, a fantastic spa day at Elmwood Spa. Michelle, how does that sound?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Apparently I need it.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast
the Daily Double.
with Pooja and Gurdeep.
Oh, and we're going to get to the Leafs, don't you worry, but here are 2 stories you need to know. What do you got, Pooch?
Okay, so if you had to name your favorite song of all time, what would you choose? I feel like it's such an impossible question to answer, but there's a radio station in the UK that asks this question every year of their audience for the 7th year in a row.
Whoa.
7th year in a row, the same song.
Hold on, there's a station in the UK? Now I feel like I need to guess.
Okay, yeah.
Is it by a British artist?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
I'm going to say it's by the Beatles?
No.
Oh, shoot.
But it is by an artist who has passed.
An artist who's passed. You got any guesses here? An artist who's passed from the UK.
Amy Winehouse.
No.
Oh.
It's not. How is it not the Beatles?
I know. How is it not the Beatles?
It's not. Do you want to know what it is?
Okay, sure.
It's Wham's Careless Whisper. Talking about George Michael, who's passed, obviously, as their favorite song. 7th year in a row. And this is 42,000 votes. They compile a top 500 list. And, it could be any song. It could be a new artist. It could be any artist. And they picked a song that just celebrated its 40th anniversary. So I thought that was interesting. But no current artist made the top 10.
Oh,
Whitney, ABBA, Queen, Elton John, MJ all made the top 10. And if you're wondering what made number 500, like last on the list.
Last, but still really good. Like top 500 all time is still excellent.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Billy Ocean's Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car.
I love that song.
It's such a good song.
There's millions, probably billions of songs written. So top 500 is still like the 99th percentile of songs. That's so fascinating. What does that tell us about like how we view people posthumously, right? Like there's something that just gets idolized and elevated after someone's gone for whatever reason.
And it's a great song, don't get me wrong, but a 7th year in a row?
And also, what does that tell us about the UK? Like, are we sad? Do we need some collective nationwide therapy? Why is that? I love the song, but why is it our favorite song for 7 years?
Do we need to do a survey on this radio station and find out what your favorite song is of all time?
A survey on we should. That's a good idea.
Okay.
I like it. Let's run it by the bosses.
Okay.
What's that? No, we don't have the resources? Okay. Well, it's a good idea, though.
Well, what story do you have, Gurdeep? Let's move on.
You know what I'm bringing, Pooj. The Leafs. So many places to go, but I'm going to bring the angle that I think you'll enjoy most. Because I think you're pretty superstitious. You've been asking me about my superstitions. We've been talking a lot about William Nylander, right? Mm-hmm. Have something happen before the game because he almost got scratched and then he couldn't get in before game one because he forgot his fob.
Pass.
So he got in just fine yesterday. No pregame issues. However, the Sportsnet broadcast noticed something. Because you know they do those cool shots of the players arriving. They're all cool. And Nylander's called Willie Styles. He's got swagger. Yeah. Nothing bothers him. He's been playing really well of late, dating back to the Ottawa series.
And didn't he score last night?
He did. He scored the last 3 or 4 games now. Players are very superstitious, Pooch. We noticed he has been wearing the exact same brown suit for the last 4 games.
No way.
Ever since he started sniping, he's been repeating that suit, and he scored a big goal again last night. 2 goals in game 1, 2 goals in game 6 against Ottawa. You best believe he's going to be rolling into Sunrise, Florida on Friday
suit?
in that same baggy brown suit.
Do you think it's the same suit or do you think he's had many suits made?
It's the same suit because it's, look, it's on TV right now on breakfast television. This is the suit.
Oh.
It's a baggy, if you're watching TV, this helps you. It's like an olive brown kind of baggy suit. Look at that strut.
Wow.
There it is.
You don't think he's just got like custom made suits?
That's a pretty specific suit. Like white shirt, open, no tie. I'm sure he's got a ton, but that is the same suit.
Okay. Wow. I'm going to be watching.
Keep it going, baby.
Don't wear a Hawaiian shirt.
I just hope he's changed his underwear. I don't know how superstitious he is.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
So normally at this time, Frankie Flowers joins us in studio, and he's here, and we talk about weather, and we talk about some silliness, and we have a laugh. But we'd be remiss if we didn't start with the big news. In case you missed it on breakfast television yesterday, Frankie Flowers, after 20 years, you've decided to hang up the flowering pot.
Yeah, I decided not to get up at the hour of stupid anymore. What a journey. Just an amazing 20 years, 2 decades. And I really want the opportunity for somebody else to shine in this position. I'm going to continue to grow. I still want to promote people in terms of growing things and gardening and things like that as well. I'll be with my family, working with my family as well. So I'm super excited. And this is really a great time. This is a great time to get into something else. Change is good. I love change. And this is the time for me to change.
I love that you said change is good because a lot of people don't feel like that. They're like, no, I don't like change. I like what I like. And I like Frankie Flowers right where he is. What does this change look like? What does the new life look like for you? Obviously sleeping in.
Yeah, obviously that as well. So immediately right after my last show on May the 30th, the following week, I'll be going to what's called a plant trial, which is basically looking at new varieties of plants that will be put into growing production for future years, selecting those varieties that people will be growing in their own gardens. So I'll be diving into the garden right away, spending more time with my boys, spending more time with my dad and my mom. You know, as they get a little bit older, this is the time where I really want to take advantage of that. I want to live life with no regret. And so being able to do that will give me no regret.
I love the way you handled the announcement, by the way, yesterday with Dina and Tim Bull, and I thought it was beautifully done by you. A couple things you said stuck out to me. One, you said your children are your legacy, and you really want to focus on spending more time with your children. And then the other thing you said, which made me laugh, was you said your dad's already calling you to come back to work.
The first time I started on breakfast television in February 2005, my dad said, "When are you coming back to work?" That's not work.
Well, it's true. Is any of this a real job?
I don't think we can argue with that. You're having so much fun, it doesn't feel like work.
No, it doesn't feel like work. And it's never felt like work.
Yeah.
And
I got to tell you, Frankie, we met time ago. I think it was probably 2006 for the very first time. And we were on competing stations, but we had to work together on this citywide scavenger hunt. Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
And so we had to actually work together, but we were competitors, and you were so kind. And from that day until this day, you've been just as kind. So I just want to say that you are absolutely the person that everybody sees on TV in real life. You're just such a great guy. You're so fun. We're going to miss you.
Big time.
Can you still come on our show?
Well, can we just call you?
You can call me
Thursday
anytime.
mornings? Are you still going to wake up this early? Because we will call you at like 5 a.m.
Oh, you can call me anytime. Yes, I'll be up at this time. And thanks for all the kind words, by the way. I don't think my ex-wife would have said that about me, though.
Well, change is good.
Yes. And you are stuck with us in studio till the end of the month. Your last day on Breakfast Television is May 30th. Frankie, we love you. Best of luck in the new chapter. Real quick before you go, you're bringing some sweet weather with you this weekend.
Oh, this is a weekend for Mother's Day. Lots of sunshine, temperatures in the 20s. Take care of your mom. We all have a mom out there. Regardless of what's happened in the past, just reach out and say that you love them.
Love that. We made you work a little bit.
Yeah.
Before you went.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy. Thank you.
Have a blooming good day.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.